Hello and welcome back to another Twin Flames collective energy check-in. What's really going on right now? What's going on other than the fact that a lot of us are healing from trauma, a lot of us are coming to a realization between the difference between trauma bonding and love. And the realization to come to realize that it was actually trauma and perhaps there was not really any love there, or the love that was there that faded away, or it was there till then, is something that is causing a lot of heartfelt trauma in a lot of people at this point of time, and people are not liking the fact about how things are coming through the process of revelation. There's a lot of control in some realities, like I want it to be this way, I do not want it to be that way, whereas in some realities there has been absolute form of realizations where people have come into the terms with the understanding that this journey is but about a journey where you're healing your separation consciousness in God, and having to realize that. With that being said, absolute twin flame revelation and understanding is occurring in very many realities. So, whoever is your divine masculine is but God loving you in form of your lover. So, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing in your life, it is your consciousness, your inner consciousness, where you are working to heal your separation consciousness. You find your harmonious union with your twin flame, and more you come into alignment, more you come into the state of alignment with the source consciousness, more you are present in the moment with all that is, the more the unfoldment will be much natural in your reality. You can literally wake up to a parallel reality where you're already in your union, but that would really scare you. So there's a process, there's a story, there are situations that are unfolding to make the magical shift, the magical divine intervention to show up in your reality. So we'll be starting the reading with what's really going on with the divine masculine, because the 5-dimensional reality and the 3-dimensional reality are one. What is the 5-dimensional reality? But it is your inner space, it's your feelings, it's how you feel. And 3-dimensional reality is how you feel, what you truly believe, coming into a holographic representation. So, a constant synchronicity between the 3rd-dimensional reality and 5-dimensional reality, that is how you feel and how you're allowing your immediate reality to be. The discomfort that is coming in the process when how you feel and the reality around you are not an absolute synchronicity. The discomfort that is there in you, it is from that sense of discomfort you rise, it is from that sense of discomfort you propel forward, you take a stand to make the shift happen, to make the change happen, by finally taking the decision, by finally choosing all of you, finally choosing the ultimate harmonious union with your twin flame, no matter what it takes, but to go within and do the work. And definitely, you do not have to do the work all by yourself. You can always claim a coach to do the work. I'm somebody who works with the quantum integration process, and I'm always going within and processing and doing the inner work. So if you resonate with me, then I'm definitely your destined coach who can really help you propel forward in your journey. The point is that you have to go within, you have to go dive deeper and deeper. And more you dive deeper, more you love yourself, more you choose to be in oneness with the source consciousness alignment and do nothing but work on your hurt within. Whatever it is that is upsetting you is ultimately causing a deep seated pain. And that very deep seated pain that is there, it's a pain of your separation from the source consciousness, pain of your separation from the belief that the magical reality, the unexpected shift, a dream coming true reality, the love of your life, the one who was created just for you, the one who loves you with all their heart, the one who's complimenting you, the one who's created for you, then the one who's truly created for you in God, the one who's truly created for you in oneness with God exists. And having to believe that and having to have that understanding, propelling forward in the state of belief, but that it's all falling in place, it's all happening in your favor. God loves you, and you're coming back home to God. God is calling back you, His child, back home. And as you are going back home in God, as you are regaining your spirit in oneness and going more and more within and choosing to flow and just be trusting in who you truly are, everything on the outer reality starts to line up and fall in place, and everything starts to show up in your life which will take you to the next level. If you have been doing the inner work, if you have gone within, and if you are restless, there's a lot of lack consciousness there where you might be wanting for immediate gratification. And immediate gratification is but from a place of when will it happen, when will it happen, when will it happen. And with that when will it happen energy, there will be a lot more pain which would blister your spirit and make you feel helpless, make you feel like a sense of powerlessness. And wherever you feel them, all you need to do is claim all your power back in God. Claim God to give His power there and take a stand for you and love you and fight the battle for you and propel you forward to bring the shift, to bring the change that will unfold in your reality, bringing in all the magical essence that you have been chosen to have for eternity. So let's see what's going on with the collective one message from God. Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? The Divine Mother is calling you home. The Divine Mother is calling you home, back in the oneness within. She's calling you home in her Shakti's essence, in your heart space. She's calling you back home and asking you to come back to yourself, inside of yourself, and be present here in the moment. And love yourself, nurture yourself, and just believe you're here in this moment. And all the magic, all the glory, all the joy that you seek, that's all going to happen here, now, in this moment, with the person you desire to be with the twin flame you were created to be with. And it is going to happen right in this reality. Crumbling. What are you clinging on to? It's also time for let go of the past, let go of how things happened, what happened because of which everything went wrong, how you're responsible for however what happened, wherever you're ashamed of anything that happened. Like maybe you were impulsive and you sent in a long text to your divine masculine and you feel like regretting, like he's not gonna love me, he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that. Guess what? The anxiousness, that energy that you're creating, that energy is creating a feeling right now of anxiousness. And that anxiousness is reflecting itself on the reality outside. And with that anxiousness being reflected on the reality outside, more of situations that are to be having anxiousness as its root are showing up in your reality, and you're finding more reasons to be anxious. So, wherever there is an anxiousness deep seated in you, deep rooted in you, when it comes to your twin flame, like he said this, I said this, he did this, I did this, he did that, he did this to me, why did he do this? All the stories that are there. Why did this happen? Why did that happen? Why did this happen? Why? Wherever this why is there in you, as you go within and love yourself, all the anxiousness, when will it happen? Will it happen? Will this happen with this person? All the anxiousness streaming up from the same source. Go to the deep-seated anxiousness. Love yourself there. What are you scared of? If you're scared of losing this person, what if this person is not the one? What if this person is not coming back? How do you feel? How much relief do you feel? When you feel that relief that perhaps it's all gone, but the belief that but love will come to you, you deserve love, you deserve change, you deserve maybe this person, you deserve to be with this person. That energy is coming in. And with that energy, holding on to that energy and further going in and loving you, finally realizing perhaps that, oh yeah, things can fall in place. I'm amazing. I'm worthy of the love. I completely deserve it. I'm completely worthy of it. No matter what happened, the circumstances don't matter. It's just shifting in my favor and it's all falling in place. I love myself. I deserve it. I love me. It's now that the shift has happened. Wherever there is this fear that it has to happen with this person only. Of course, you can manifest a specific person. Of course, even if this person is not your twin, you can still be with this person. Of course, you can be with anybody you desire. The point is that what do you want? Do you desire your twin flame? Do you desire to take a leap of faith and just once and for all go all in and see what shows up in your reality? Because your twin flame desires you as much as you desire them. Your twin flame is interested in the things that you are interested in. Both of you are equally pursuing each other and seeking for each other. What you seek is definitely seeking you. Wherever this tension is there of anxiousness, of I can't let go, well, often at times when we let go, then only the person shows up. So having to let go with the belief that, okay, maybe the person is never coming back. So what? Maybe something better is waiting for me. I don't know from where, how, when, but something better. Now, allowing this shift to happen of something better, the transcendental shift that you are experiencing in the inside part might be making you feel like, I feel this way. Will it really happen? There's still layers of anxiousness. This is the energy that we are clearing right now. So there's still anxiousness. So wherever this anxiousness is there, it's of course from a lack of trust that is coming from deep-seated rooted abandonment issues. God will abandon me. God will not be my team. So Wherever this anxiousness is there, where you're abandoning yourself with this feeling, this sensation in the first place, love yourself in that space. Be there. Let yourself breathe on the inside. As the breath of fresh air breathes itself on the internal space of yours, there's a deep-seated layer where you're penetrating yourself too. And there's like another layer, so I can take the leap of faith, right? So yeah, definitely can take the leap of faith. So wherever this anxiousness is there of should I not? God will not let me down, right? So wherever you have that, having to let it go and loving yourself there with the belief that everything is happening in divine order and everything is falling in place perfectly. Now that you've shifted out from this energy of anything that no longer serves you, the energy that was cringing you, piercing you, and holding you back, it has loosened itself. So having to love yourself there, which is so scared of losing it all, which is so scared of everything shattering, which is so scared of the tower moment in general, and wonders, what is death? What happens on the other end? What happens when the veil thins? As we go deeper into that space, we'll be doing some Rumi Oracle card reading. What does Rumi want to tell you here? The human gift. I have a different way of shuffling because my intuitions shuffle, my intuitions pick the card, my intuitions, the energy within, I let it pick the card. So let me read it out to you. Oh heart, what is your excuse for all these blunders? Such loyalty is offered by the beloved, yet so much treason comes from you. Such kindness is offered by the beloved, yet so much defiance and resistance comes from you. Such grace is offered by the beloved, yet so much fault and failure comes from you. Such attraction is offered by the beloved, with sweetness and generosity, yet such jealousy comes from you, with so much doubt and suspicion. Do you bemoan your lack of faith? Exactly what we were talking about. There we are, and that is why I always allow the inner voice, inner energy to shuffle and be a part of every moment of my life, because life is magical that way. Do you berate yourself, blazing angel, because you have moments where you cannot bring yourself to trust in love more than you trust in your fear? Do you lament and worry that you could or should be living in greater surrender? And yet, when it is light more precious than when it arises from darkness? When is trust more admirable than when it involves an uncertain yet bold leap of faith? O human angel, your path is perfection in the divine sense, not in some artificial absence of struggle, but in the wrestling of darkness and light that ignites the fire within your holy heart. So rise up now from your doubt and admonishments, and let your human self be loved. Even for all the doubt, you're still a cherished one of the great beloved, and always shall be. Be kind to your heart. You may believe it is to be wary from doubt and distrust. So much heartbreak and so much agonies, yet still it beats, still it persists, and with unquestioning allegiance to life. What a grand heart it is, the sacred heart of yours. How can it be worthy of anything other than tenderness, gratitude, acknowledgement, and appreciation? Do not plague your heart with falsehood and expectations of some disembodied perfection. The perfection of your heart is that it loves still, even if you try to stop it with some notion of self protection from future heart to doubt or fear, still it loves. It is perfection that it hopes, even after despair, that it holds compassion, even after experiences of fear. So when what is there left to do but breathe the grandest sigh of relief and allow yourself the essential luxury of peace within. So then everything is right. Even at some moments it seems not to be still. It not seems so. It seems not to be still. Your heart beats in honor of life. The heart can be nurtured and coaxed into gentle acceptance of all that is, and the divine sight will become available to you. Your sacred sight is what is behind this oracle for you now. Beloved, you're meant to be witnessing something important, something that will make the presence of divine in your affairs more real to you. It will be something that you can come to count on at all times, and in that gain greater peace of realization that yes, it is safe to trust and surrender. Indeed, it is the only safe and sane and sensible way to live. It is also the most fun way to live, and you're allowed to live this way if you choose. It is not shrinking your duty as a responsible adult. It is not deluding yourself and turning away from the real world. Rather, surrender is placing responsibility where it is best placed, firmly in the hands of that part of you wise enough to know the great beloved is wiser still, and that your life unfolds according to the great beloved's grace. So for now, take comfort in this oracle just for a moment. Let your heart be honored and loved by you. Imagine that you can crack open a window in the dustiest chamber of your own heart temple to let the light of the divine stream in. You may see the angel reaching to assist you. You may receive the gift of the understanding, insight, and revelation. You may feel peace, or you may finally allow your heart to break once more, to shed those old grievances, to be free and fresh to live and love again. Or you may quietly really realize you're light and dark of heaven and earth. What a perfect blend you're of all that that can possibly be. You're an extraordinary living divine experiment in the making. And you are sacred, cherished, and loved by the great beloved. So do not fear your fear, but do doubt your doubt with compassion. Let it be and let it go. You're a human after all, and your journey is beyond description. Just remember, if you're ever in need of the great beloved, there is a place where sacred trust is always available to you, in the temple of your heart, with the window cracked open so that doubt can fly out and love can breathe freely. This oracle comes with special guidance for you. You are or soon will be seeing greater clarity and insight. A situation that has been obscured to you in the past, you may be startled by what you perceive, so much so that you second guess yourself or chalk it up to wild imagination on your part. You're asked to trust in your perception, that when they come from your heart, from the heart, although that you perceive may be darkness, there will be no judgment in it. See what is truthfully there. Be in compassionate nature of your heart, and you shall also be shown the most graceful way to become clear, free of darkness, either within. I'm literally speechless right now after what I just read. Having to breathe this beauty of what we just experienced. Let's see. I haven't really shuffled this deck in a long time, and I just naturally got pulled to it after a long time. One message for God, for all His children. The divine intervention is happening now. It's always happening. We're always living in the divine intervention. You're absolutely protected. God absolutely loves you. So what I'm getting is that a lot of you have been fighting your core values and have been wondering that if your core values would be appreciated by your twin flame. Your twin flame and you share the same core values, whatever you truly desire within, whatever you truly feel within as your core competent, and is really embedded in you as your value, and it just breathes in you and flows in you, is but what is in alignment with your true twin flame. So having to give away all the fear, doubt and worry to God, and know God shall never leave you comfortless. And if He had to, He wouldn't keep you in such a safe space here. God loves you. So one message from your divine masculine. One message from your divine masculine through God. What does God want us to know about your divine masculine at this point of time? Six of Wands. The divine masculine is finally ready to take a stand, and this is also a sign of rebirth. Your divine masculine is finally ready to take a stand for the rebirth energy to shuffle in your communion with them. What would be your divine masculine's next move be in God? Page of Pentacles. Your divine masculine is pretty much concerned about their finances, and that's pretty much keeping them in fear, anxiety and worry, although you share your life purpose with your divine masculine. But still there is a lot of anxiousness in terms of finances with the divine masculines, and they're coming to realization and understanding and seeing the deeper, broader perspective and surrendering to take the leap of faith. So what would be their next move towards you in God? Expect a powerful shift, and by February a lot of you will be in contact, and I strongly get the message of February. So by February a lot of twin flames who do not have an idea about what's going on will be coming back in contact, because a lot of masculines are in the karmic cycle. Some have worked out in the month of August, and those who have worked out may show up around the month of November. But those who are still married yet go through divorce and stuff. Expect the work being done around January, so around February they may show up in your immediate reality. Expect the work to be done of divorce and everything around January. सो जिनको लग रहा है कि कम्युनिकेशन बहुत ही जल्दी आने वाले हैं, सेवन ऑफ कप्स थोड़ा सा डिले हो सकता है, और वो डिले के ज़रिए आपको इनर वर्क करने के लिए कहा जा सकता है। और बहुत से रियलिटी में अराउंड 7th of November बहुत से लोग अपने इनर वर्क के जर्नी शुरू करने वाले हैं, अपने इनर प्रोसेसिंग, इनर ग्रोथ के जर्नी शुरू करने वाले हैं। और and that's what is going on with a lot of collective at this point of time. So get ready for it. So maybe there are a lot of people who are here who are Hindi speaking, so naturally the Hindi flowed in. So whoever's message this is, बहुत से लोग अपने जनरल वर्क से भाग रहे थे नवंबर के फर्स्ट वीक में। चांसेस है कि वो अपने इनर वर्क के ऊपर फोकस करें और इनर वर्क के तरफ उनके खिंचाव होंगे और इनर वर्क के तरफ इंटरेस्ट आएंगे और अपने गिफ्ट्स को समझने के ताकत मिलेंगे। और यहाँ पे कोई मौजूद है जिनको ये मैसेज की ज़रूरत है। और रोकैन क्रियन स्टार सीट RHO CANCRIAN Rocancrean star seed. So Google up, on Google up, search in YouTube. I have a video of that in my English channel Quantum Dynamic 8. आपको नीचे दी हुई डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मिल जाएगा। So one final card before I end this reading. So this was the last message I gave. It is specifically for somebody out there who was really seeking for this message, and it was from God to tell you that you're heard, you're cared for, God loves you. I prefer to speak in English because it's easier for me to do the reading that way, because Hindi is not my mother tongue, Bengali is. So one final card from God before we end this reading. Time of death. This is the time of reset and transformation. गौर से इस कार्ड को देखिए. This is the time of transformation. This is actually talking about आपके 7 heaven के alignment होते हुए, आपके understanding के stage होते हुए, आपके सारे possibilities खोलते हुए, as a powerful being, as a powerful essence of your wholeness, as a divine being, you shall show up in your reality and open up to become who you were truly meant to be. At the time of death, whoever relinquishes this body and remembering me alone at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits this body, that state he will attain without fail. Pretenders, those who restrain the working senses but continue to dwell on the sense objects, delude themselves and are called pretenders. There's a lot of people who are out there who focus on the journey and tell you about meditation, a lot of stuff, but that's on the outside. The true journey is within. And the time of reset, the time of death, is the time but of revelation of the true prophets, who are the first fruits in God, who are really here and doing the work, who are the light workers and the true messiahs. And truth reveals itself. Truth does not go around beating the drums that I'm truth, I'm truth, I'm truth, because truth reveals itself. That's the power of truth. So pretenders pretend a lot. Pretenders Time reveal. Great souls, final card. After innumerable births and deaths, those who are wise surrender unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all cause and all that exists. Such great souls are very rare. So it's completely time to surrender it to God and let it be all upon Him, for Him to bring in His divine mercy and propel the journey forward in His way. That being said, we all surrender unto Him, we all surrender unto Krishna. We're definitely ready for more clarity, more transmutation, more transformation and rebirth to absolutely shuffle in for all of us. Thank you and love and light to you. Namaste. If you'd like to book a private session with me, in the description box will you find the details. I have a lot more products than that are mentioned here. To get a glance to all my products, you need to message me in person. I'll send them to you. So thank you and love and light to you. Namaste.